Hi, Leo, and welcome to another general reading. Riddle here, and this reading is going to be for those that have Leo highly aspected in the birth chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, and Mars energy. I love you so much, Leo. Please remember to only take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember that energy is forever fluid and changing, and depending on your actions and your decisions after you see this video, the energy may change and shift. And Leo, the Leo Collective, I've been seeing a lot of your guys' comments. You're saying, hey, I want new. I want something new. Hey, I can't help what comes out energetically in these cards. Listen, I know like some of the messages here, but like specifically, I ask what Leo needs to know. But this time, we are going to do a new energy in love. What does Leo have in love energetically that Leo needs to know about when it comes to new love here for Leo? Okay, collective for you. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides for love. New love here for Leo. What can Leo know? Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of the Most High that wish to see this beautiful Leo collective, highly aspected placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars energy for this Leo. Check your birth charts for confirmations, please. Love you so much. Let's see here. For Leo, show me the cards that I need to see, please. What can Leo know about their true love or new love or about new love for this Leo? The Leo watching this video, the Leo that's going to like this video, what do they need to know? For you, Leo. Okay. Well, when it comes to new love, Leo, in your current position, we have protection. Let's see. Your challenge, Leo, is the knowledge of good and evil. Move this back. What you're needing to release when it comes to new love is ego and hatred. The recent past for this Leo that's searching for new love is ignorance. That's just what's coming out, Leo. What you're needing to embrace, Leo, is fortune and fame. That's the embodied energy. What you should not be focused on, Leo, is infamy. What you should be focused on is the divine blessings. What's coming into the situation, Leo, is justice. The divine advice for you, Leo, is ritual and ceremony. And the potential outcome for this reading for Leo about new love is alchemy and transformation. Leo, I love you so much, okay? And like I said, I mean, definitely, if you guys wanted new love readings, this is what we're getting. This is the energy. I do apologize. Like I said, I just say what Leo needs to know, the Leo that's watching this video. And this is what comes out, but this energy is directed. This is directed towards new love. The Leo looking for new love. So please remember to only take what resonates, because a lot of Leos watch this channel and a lot of Leos are looking for different types of things, okay? So just please keep that in mind as, you move forward here in the energy. Pay attention to um, the zodiac signs that I call out, especially in the positions that it gets called out in, right? That way, you're able to navigate the energy within your birth chart and what it means energetically to you. Okay, Leo? On the bottom of the deck, let me see if you can see that. Close enough. I'll scoot it down, Leo. All right. So, in your current situation, we are going to space these out, Leo. Okay, Leo. In your current situation, when it comes to new love, Leo, we have protection, and that is coming out with love and submission. So, surrendering to love, love and submission, protection, know that you are protected when it comes to love. And they're telling you that the challenge is the knowledge of good and evil, and that's going to be clarified with the obedience. So it's with that energy, what I'm getting for you, the message is to start listening to your intuition. Start listening to that discernment. Okay, Leo? Because the knowledge of good and evil is an obstacle. So it's like you're being presented with different people, maybe even different options when it comes to new love. And the challenge is you knowing which one is actually the right one. Lord of mercy, the Leo searching for new love. Ego and hatred is what you need to release, and that's being clarified with pride. Pride, ego, and hatred. That's what needs to be released right now for this Leo when it comes to new love, okay? In the recent past, when it comes to new love for Leo, is ignorance, and that's going to be clarified with intellectual talent. Ignorance is your intellectual talent, Leo. This is full energy. You know the saying, Leo. Sometimes you got to play the fool to be the fool, or fool the fool that's fooling you, something like that. Leo, this is your type of thinking here, and it's in the recent past. So that was something that assisted you here. Maybe it even protected you from something here. This is just a message that's being delivered here about new love for Leo. What they want you to focus on, the embodied energy is, or what the embodied energy is for you, Leo, is fortune and fame, and that is restitution being clarified here. So the restitution of your energy through fortune and fame, focusing on you, right? What they don't want you to focus on is infamy and the fall of empires, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So it doesn't matter. It's none of your business what other people think, is what I'm hearing for this Leo collective. So they don't want you to focus on the infamy. The haters are going to hate. You know what I'm saying, Leo? What they do want you to focus on is the divine blessings with endings and rebirth. Yeah, understanding that cycles that you've gone through end for a reason. Endings and rebirth. Focus on the divine blessings, that you have gained, out up until this point. What's coming into the situation is justice and criticism. The criticism towards you will be justified. That's what's coming into the situation. So Leo, know that you're protected by your angels. Your spirit guides, your spirit team here is very strong. This is just what they're wanting to communicate to Leo today. And the advice for Leo today is ritual and ceremony, and that's being clarified with the fountain of wisdom. It's like they're telling you, all the stuff that you've learned up until this point, you should have a pretty good idea of what you're needing to do on a daily basis through ritual and ceremony to keep your vibration at a high level here, right? That's what they're wanting you to focus on. That's the advice. Through alchemy and transformation, know whenever this like infamy, fall of empires type energy tries to come in, this criticism energy starts to come in, that you can't let ego, hatred, and pride take over you. You have to learn how to alchemize and transform that energy into fortune and fame, Leo. And in your potential outcome is liberation from alchemy and transformation. So that's what they're wanting you to alchemize, your freedom. Liberation of, you know, dying your energy down. I feel like this Leo has been putting the lid on how brightly you shine, and you don't need to do that. Leo, this season, this 2026, this is a brand new 9-year numerology, 9-year cycle here. This is one, okay? 01, 0110, Leo. It is important for you to truly, authentically be yourself, unapologetically, Leo. You have to authentically be you. You cannot try to dim your light just to keep the peace anymore. You hear me, Leo? Because at the end of the day, I feel like that's just being deceptive to yourself. With the creation of all things, political authority, redemption. This is your redemption, Leo. This year, 2026, is your redemption cycle, an apology to yourself for dimming your own light. This is what they're wanting to talk to you about when it comes to new love. I don't even think they're really wanting you to focus on love. That's just kind of the energy that I'm getting here, but we'll see. Okay? Like I said, the Leo looking for new love. This is the message for you. Let's see. Where else should we go? We should hop into the archetype deck. Let's see here. For Leo. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Show me the cards that I need to see when it comes to Leo and their new love. They're wondering about new love. Let's see. Protection, love, and submission is going to be clarified with the heart. Move these up. The heart and the vow. Beautiful. The obstacle is the knowledge of good and evil in the obedience. This is going to be clarified with the lover and the shadow. Wow. I love this deck. Holy shit. Okay, ego and hatred and pride. That's what you need to release. That is going to be used with the sword and the flame. These are tools, Leo. These are tools. We'll hop into it. Let me get it all out here. In the recent past, ignorance, intellectual talent. Your ignorance, intellectual talent. You playing the fool to fool the fool that thinks they're fooling you. That's the energy that's coming out here. The river. A lot of emotion here, Leo. With the nectar. How sweet. How sweet is the river? At the top, what they want you to focus on is the fortune and fame, and that's going to be clarified with the gem, Leo. The gem and the sustainer. Sustaining your own gem. Restitution of your own gem, and then sustaining it. That's what they want you to embody. Know that you are a spiritual gem. Leo, what they don't want you to focus on is the infamy and the fall of empires. The infamy around you, the people, the judge. Holy shit. In the forest. Into the forest you go, Leo, to retrieve your soul. The judge. You are a spiritual judge here. And you are here. This is what they don't want you to focus on is the infamy, because you are here to bring the fall of empires. Oh my God, Leo. You just need to learn how to get out in nature more, to be able to touch base with Mother Earth. That's just what's being communicated here to this Leo collective, the one searching for new love. Wow. Leo, this reading is crazy. In Divine Blessings, like I said, we'll go over it energetically here once we get into it, but this is very interesting. This is definitely, they do not want you to focus on love right now. Whoever you are, whoever's watching this video, this Leo, like I said, I've been seeing a lot of comments from different people asking about something new. They want something new. Well, this is the message, okay? Divine blessings, endings, and rebirth. That is coming out with the village and the mountain. The mountain is an obstacle, Leo, but it is also a challenge, and Leos are born to be challenged. Yeah, the endings and rebirths are challenging, but you're going through that mountain with the village. The village is on the other side of the mountain, Leo. Look at the art. This is you going through the mountain, trying to go through the other side to get to the village. And this is what they want you to focus on, the divine blessings, their endings and rebirth. Go through that mountain to get to the divine blessing. That's what they're telling you here. Coming in energy is the justice and criticism. Your criticism will be justified through the apocalypse in the bardo. Wow. Leo. Your divine advice, ritual and ceremony, and fountain of wisdom. You gained a lot of wisdom throughout, your years, and having a great understanding of what you're needing to do on a daily basis through ritual and ceremony. This is the advice through agape in the ring, the commitment to spirit, the agape love. There's no other love like it. Liberation, alchemy, and transformation. Learning how to liberate yourself from the ego and hatred using the sword and the flame. This is coming out with the riddle. Riddle me this, riddle me that, with the prayer. The riddle and the prayer. Alchemy and transformation with the crone energy on the bottom of the deck. Are you kidding me, Leo? The crone is someone who can manifest with both light and dark aspects, Leo. Very psychic, very intuitive, very spiritual Leo here on this board. Okay? And they're telling you, that yeah, you are someone who may talk in riddles or present yourself in a riddle way, right? But they're telling you that you have to be wary of deception. They're telling you, like, the people around you, you have to be obedient to the knowledge of good and evil, the people. And with the lover in the shadow here, it's like they're telling you is that right now they want you to focus on the shadow part of you, shadow work for this Leo. Because right now, the heart and the vow, this is the vow that you made to the divine. This Leo, whoever you are, you made a vow to the divine. You gave your heart to the divine. And that's what initiates your protection here on this earth. This is what's being delivered here today, okay? So, okay, let's see. Let's see. Or there's a crone energy around you that's deceptive, Leo. That is another energy that I'm getting here. It just popped up. We'll see. That's weird how I just got that though. Let's see, Leo. Is there a crone energy around this Leo that's being deceptive? Angels, ancestor, spirit guides. Is there a crone here being deceptive to this Leo? Angels. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Independent. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Decision. Hierophant. Death card. Temperance angel. Coming together with plan and preparation of the shadow work. The hermit. Reflecting on the star. The healing. It's like you were once maybe married, Leo. King to the Queen of Wands. Divine counterpart energy. It was a decision that you made. And you decided to bring an ending to it and focus on yourself, pouring into yourself. With this temperance angel, you planned and prepared that decision. It's like you don't kid yourself, Leo. Oh man, this is for somebody here. Don't kid yourself, Leo. You know what you're here to do. This is the message that's being delivered to the Leo that's watching this. Eight of Pentacles. They want you to focus and master on the transformation of your peace. I mean, it came out again. Here you are in emotional thought about where your King of Wands is, and they're telling you that's the decision of the wish fulfillment of the divine. They want you to focus on your independence right now. Initiate a brand new start for your abundance, that fortune and fame legacy. Ten of Pentacles. That's what they want you to initiate to right now. They're telling you leave the rest to them. That's just what's being communicated here. They want you to focus and master on the transition of the temperance angel, pouring into your emotions, pouring into oneself to be able to make the journey up the mountain for your own power, your own strength. That's the shocking revelation, boom, shakalaka, that you're getting here today. And here's the mountain. This is what they want you to focus on. So in the temperance angel energy, if it comes out again, we'll go over it. But in the temperance angel energy, there's a mountain in the background, Leo. So it's like you are on the temperance earth angel path. It's like, don't kid yourself. Your heart is on a vow here on earth through the divine aid of protection. And it's like maybe you looking for new love is deceptive on yourself. Like I said, this is just a message that's being delivered to a Leo here today, okay? Please don't shoot the messenger, okay? I love you so much, Leo. I would never try to lead you astray, okay? Let's see. The heart and the vow. Let's get clarification, Leo. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. The heart and the vow here. Show me a clarification for this energy here for Leo, the heart and the vow, please. I'm being divinely guided to shuffle and do what I've been doing. Let's see. Ace of Cups is coming out, clarifying the heart. Four Cups is you ignoring the divine blessing. The divine blessing is here. The Four Cups is here. You're paying attention to the Three of Cups. Love and submission through the divine, the heart and the vow. Leo, this is them telling you don't ignore the divine. Don't ignore the divine blessing through the vow and the heart. Protection, love, and submission. The lover in the shadow here. The knowledge of good and evil and obedience is being clarified with the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is heartbreak, Leo. It's assessing the investments of heartbreak of a lover through shadow work. This could be the obstacle here. Knowledge of good and evil. Maybe you've reflected long enough. You could have been in reflection over this connection for perhaps 7 years. And the heartbreak could have happened up to 3 years ago. 7 to 3 years ago. Like I said, take it how it resonates. 7, 8, 9, 10 could have been 10 years ago. Only take it how it resonates. In the bottom here, what you're needing to release is ego and hatred and pride through the sword and the flame. And that's going to be clarified with the Empress energy, with the Five of Pentacles, okay? Spending time alone to focus on that flame, okay? The sword and the flame. The sword is seeing something clearly. The flame is being able to sustain your eternal flame. Spending time alone. Like I said, into the forest you go to retrieve your soul. In the recent past, the river and the nectar, how sweet is the water. Ignorance, bliss, intellectual talent. They're telling you, you play the fool to fool the fool sometimes, yeah. And perhaps that's what manifests a blockage for you. Or there's something you're not seeing when it comes to your manifestations, Leo. And they're also telling you to be mindful of your emotions, the river and the magician, because you manifest with your emotions, perhaps through crone energy. Leo, and that's the truth. Ace of Swords is the next thing. Ace of Swords with the Two of Wands. That's what's going to clarify the gem and the sustainer. This is you seeing it clearly, what you need to focus on. That's the decision that you're needing to make, the sustainer of your restitution, of your own energy, your own power, your own strength, your own wisdom. Leo. And what they don't want you to focus on is you're acknowledging you're probably a spiritual judge that walks this earth, Leo. And they don't want you to focus on the infamy, the hate that you get from others because you're here to bring, excuse me, throat chakra. You're here to bring the fall of empires. That's what you're needing to acknowledge here. And that's what they want you to initiate to. Whenever you go into the forest to retrieve your soul, perhaps finding yourself before the world got a hold of you, understanding who you are and what you're supposed to do here on this 3D plane. They want you to focus on the divine blessings through the endings and rebirths that you experience. Going through the mountain, right? In that temperance angel energy. That's what they're wanting you to come together with, Leo. Healing. Healing through the challenge from the past to get through the mountain. The endings of the past. Heal from those to get to the divine blessings. That's how you get to the village. What's coming into the situation, Leo, is the apocalypse and the bardo. Like I said, this is what's coming in here. And this is you, Six of Swords energy. You're being divinely guided out of there from the Seven of Swords. You're taking all those swords and you're getting them in that boat and you're rowing forward. Okay, Leo? And there's one sword left over. And I feel like that's the sword that you're using as a tool that you see clearly to be able to protect your gem, the sustainer of the gem, the restitution of your energy. It's all going to be justified. The criticism toward you is going to be justified for this Leo. The advice here is the ritual and ceremony, fountain of wisdom, the ring and the agape, the commitment to the agape love. The Two of Pentacles is coming out with the Two of Cups. This could be your wisdom of knowing the ring, the soulmate, the committed soulmate, agape love, indecision about love. They're telling you, you know what you need to do. You have enough wisdom here to make a decision, is what's being communicated here. But you know what the ritual and ceremonies that you need to do to be able to achieve this agape commitment. That's what they're telling you, Leo, through the riddle and the prayer. Strength card with the freaking Emperor, Leo. You could be a masculine Leo here. On the bottom of the deck is the moon with the hangman energy, getting a new perspective emotionally here. Maybe how you manifest, Leo, through the riddle of your own strength, your own power, your own wisdom. You don't let people know your full strength. And I feel like that's the problem. Remember how I said this year is very important for you to be authentically you, learning how to alchemize and transform yourself through prayer and meditation. You're liberating yourself, Leo, and you're understanding that this is where you take your power back, okay? I want to look something up real quick, Leo. Give me one moment here. Indeed. I knew it. Leo, this is telling you, in your divine advice, the agape love is from the, universe. It's from the person, whoever you see as your deity, your external force that protects you, your spiritual force here. That's the commitment, the soulmate commitment that you have here. You're here to serve the divine, Leo. And as far as a partner or whoever is supposed to be for you, that will be revealed in its own time through your own power and strength, your recognition of the lover in the shadow. I feel like you have been been analyzing some sort of heartbreak for quite some time, and that is the energy here, and that's what they're telling you. The criticism, perhaps you have people around you that have shown you a lot of criticism, and it pisses you off through ego, hatred, and pride. They're telling you that's what you're needing to release because that is not you. That is the world. That is the flesh. And through the apocalypse and the bardo is like the passing of souls, the canvas of the passing of souls through the apocalypse energy. Painful time unfolds when two desperate dynamics occur simultaneously, you know pulling in opposite directions, lifting of the veil. This is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. So there's some sort of truth that is coming in here. It will be justified. The criticism that has been put towards Leo, this Leo in this reading, with whoever you're dealing with on the external, it will be justified in divine timing. That's what the message is here for Leo. We are going to get a shadow card for this Leo that's searching for new love here. This is the message, Leo. What needs to be highlighted here in the shadow with the heart and the vow, the Ace of Cups and the Four Cups? That's 5 cups being unemotionally fulfilled. They're telling you love and submission and protection, Leo. That's going to be coming out with the Four of Wands. In the shadow, this is where you feel the most comfortable. That's what they're wanting you to analyze, where you feel the most at home. Let's see, in your obstacle, the knowledge of good and evil and obedience. What is this energy here for Leo? What's in the shadow? We have the Three of Swords again. Three of Swords are showing up in the night, and here's the Three of Swords showing up in the day. So heavy shadow when it comes to the heartbreak that you have experienced, Leo, in this lifetime. Ego and hatred and pride is coming out with the Seven of Cups. That's emotional confusion here that you have been sitting in for quite some time. The Sword, seeing it clearly for what it is, spending time alone. This could be a representation of masculine and feminine energies within you, Leo. This is not gender specific. This could be for a female Leo or a male Leo. Highly aspected placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars energy. I love you so much, Leo. In the recent past, what needs to be highlighted in the shadow here? Through ignorance and intellectual talent, the Two of Swords and the Magician, the River and the Nectar, the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is showing up down here in what you're needing to release. And here it is, low vibing energy, emotionally. Low vibing emotions in the recent past may have blocked a manifestation for you. That's just what's being communicated. Leo, fortune and fame, restitution of your own energy, clearly seeing it for what it is. You're a gem here, and you're a spiritual gem, and you have to sustain through the decisions you make here on the 3D plane. But they want you to clearly focus on your fortune and fame energy, making a stand against what you see clearly now, a different perspective on perhaps where you're going to put your energy. That's the Hangman. You're being spiritually hung upside down to be able to get a new perspective. Through shadow work, Leo. In what they don't want you to focus on is the infamy and the fall of empires, acknowledging it for what it is. You are a judge here, a spiritual judge, but you need to, there is the judgment showing up in the shadow. Yeah, light and dark aspects, crone energy. Temperance angel showing up here with the Page of Pentacles. That's what they want you to initiate to. Understanding who you are and why you walk this earth, Leo. They want you to focus on the divine blessings through the endings and rebirths, healing from the past to get through the mountain to go towards the village. King of Pentacles energy, that's what they want you to follow through with. You could have Taurus highly aspected or be dealing with a Taurus that hurt you. Maybe you need to heal from a Taurus in the past. This could be the message. What's coming into the situation is the criticism towards you will be justified. You get in the boat and row forward. You're being divinely guided because the apocalypse and the bardo are here. They're telling you this is the where the truth comes to light. Your criticism, anything that was put on you, will be justified. Empress, because you are the Empress. A very balanced feminine here. The Fool is coming out with the Queen of Pentacles, breaking free and ending a cycle. The Fool to the world and the Star to heal. You're following through with it. What's in the advice here? The Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups with the Ring and the Agape. The Agape loves the external force, the universe at play, protecting Leo, the commitment to the universe, what you're here to do. Ritual and ceremony, Fountain of Wisdom, you know by now is the message. The Chariot energy, get in this chariot, only take your necessities and nothing of your wants and move forward. A solid move forward. They want you to go after what you're most interested in. Indeed, the power, your strength, your throne, through the prayer and the riddle, liberation and alchemy and transformation. What is the energy here? The Nine of Pentacles, your own independence. Focusing on self-love, self-care, self-attainment, Leo. Not being unemotionally fulfilled anymore and challenged. When the Hierophant comes to challenge you and challenge your shadow of your emotions. This is you going through what you need to go through here on this 3D plane to understand what you're here to do for the divine, for whoever you are. But definitely, they don't want you to focus on love, I don't think. I think they want you to focus on your spiritual path and what you're here to do, at least for right now. And I feel like love will come on its own. But this reflection of heartbreak, Leo, it has to come to an end. That's the obedience type energy through the lover in the shadow. Love your shadow. Love the you that may have not been, so good to yourself, right? Understand that side of you and understand why you did what you did and learn from it, evolve from it, and alchemize that energy into your prosperity and your abundance. Don't no longer being deceptive to yourself and your own emotion. You know what you're interested in, and they want you to follow through what you're interested in emotionally. And it may be love, it may be something that you're looking for, but they're telling you until the vow in the heart. It's like you know, it's where you need to search where you're most comfortable through shadow work here, Leo. And once you get on your throne, I feel the rest will unfold, on where you're needing to go. It's just this obstacle that's keeping you from achieving that. This is just being communicated to a Leo here, okay? Let's get a higher self representation, Leo. See what your higher self would want to communicate. Your shadow says Four of Wands here in this current energy with the protection and love and submission. What does your higher self say here? Wheel of Fortune, your destiny, Leo. Your destiny is what the current situation is all about. Protection, love, and submission. The vow and the heart. What about the Three of Swords energy here with the obedience and the knowledge of good and evil here? With the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Swords showing up, and the day and the night of it. This is the Three of Swords, Leo. Like I said, a lot of heartbroken energy. Three of Swords, Three of Swords, Three of Swords. That's 9 swords. That's stress, worry, sleepless nights, repetitive stress, heartbreak. They're wanting you to heal from it. Releasing the ego and the hatred and the pride. Low vibing energy here. An emotional thought. That's the spiritual enlightenment that you're getting, Leo. The sun, blissful, opening up to the world with nothing to hide. The Five of Pentacles is in the shadow over here with the recent past. That is being clarified with the Seven of Pentacles in the higher self. That's the analyzation, and the analyzation was happening here. That's what kept you blocked. Maybe it was the deep analyzation from the heartbreak that kept you from keeping your manifestations blocked, or you're not seeing something very clearly. And it is your emotions. That's why they want you to get it fixed. Let's see. The Ace of Swords and the Two of Wands, the sustainer of the gem, the new perspective here, the restitution of your energy through fortune and fame. Temperance energy. Like I told you, pouring into yourself, balancing your emotions, restoration of your emotions before you make the long journey up the mountain to get through the mountain, Leo. That's what they're wanting you to do. The judgment here, showing up in the shadow, what's in the day is the devil. Again, this is what they don't want you to focus on. Judgment on the devil here, and it's showing from the shadow side. So understand that you're protected both light and dark, by the light and dark. You're protected by the universe, Leo. And that's what they want you to understand. But you're here. You have something to do here. That's just what's being communicated. The King of Pentacles. They say you know. The Star and the Six of Cups. The divine blessings and the endings and rebirth. King of Swords. It's for your transformation. Following through with your transformation. Aquarius and Taurus energy. Fixed sign energy over here and what you need to focus on. Through the transition of nurturing oneself. The Empress is showing up in the shadow. What's coming in? Justified criticism for Leo. No longer allowing deception or interferences. Nine of Swords. No longer letting stress, anxiety, or sleepless nights affect you, Leo. It's all going to be justified through shadow work. Indeed. It'll all come out in time. The Chariot energy showing up in the shadow. The divine advice here is for you to focus on the commitment to the divine. Whoever your deity is, Leo, this is what they're communicating. Seven of Cups, understanding the commitment that you have made. Seven of Cups, through the emotional decision you got in the Chariot, you left. That is the decision you made. So now, in the higher self, they want you to focus and master Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles in the shadow. Focusing on self-love, self-care, self-attainment, mastering oneself. That's what they want you to focus on through the prayer and the riddle. The Six of Pentacles, communicating to the divine and your angels. Or your demons, Leo. Whichever way you want to go. I love you so much, Leo. We are going to get a little bit further on this. Let's see here. I'm trying to decide where I want to go here. In the current energy, through the protection, love, and submission, what is the message for Leo when it comes to this Four Cups energy and the Ace of Cups, the heart and the vow? What is the message specifically for this Leo collective, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, when it comes to the destiny and where they feel the most comfortable through love and submission? King of Pentacles energy could be a Taurus, or this is you following through with your new perspective on what you're needing to follow through with your manifestations. Because right now, your manifestations are being challenged. Even though you're born to be challenged, there's too much reflection on heartbreak. Three of Swords 3 times in your obstacle. And that's what's challenging your manifestations. They want you to understand unity with yourself. Look, the Emperor and the Two of Pentacles, which is the Two of Disc, which stands for unity in this deck. The Empress, divine feminine energy is right here, and the Emperor, masculine energy is right here. So they're telling you the unity within yourself, the duality within yourself, the masculine and feminine energies, needing to balance those, the unity, understanding the sword and the flame, using both to be able to get to your path through spiritual enlightenment. The Chariot with the Four of Swords. Once you make that move learning how to take a minute to gather yourself. Like I said, going into that forest, to prayer and meditate, to be able to spend some time in nature, I feel, for this Leo, to have that restitution of energy, to be able to focus better on manifesting your dreams into reality. Finally finding that mental clarity, Leo. And I feel like you did. And I feel like it took a dead end. I feel like this took you to your lowest point, maybe, at once upon a time. Whatever connection here that they're talking to you about that broke your heart, that they're wanting you to leave behind, because you are a spiritual gem and they don't want you, they want you to be able to sustain that energy. Okay? What they don't want you to focus on is coming together with people that, you're not too sure about. The devil and the judgment here. It's like I said, the knowledge of good and evil is an obstacle. So it's like, don't come together with people right now. Focus on yourself right now. Understand the duality. Everyone has a purpose here, right? But it's none of your concern, because if they try to come in and challenge you, it'll be the fall of their empire because judgment will be placed on the devil. It's like demons don't even come towards this Leo because they're like, if I come in and I touch this Leo, I will be fired. And that's why people, don't really come towards Leo anymore or want Leo around. That's just the energy that I'm getting, because their attachments can't handle Leo. Divine blessings and endings and beginnings. The rebirth and ending. Ace of Cups, judgment. Beauty, judgment. That's the judgment, the beauty of judgment here through divine blessings, endings, and rebirths. The universe has your back, Leo. They're just telling you to trust the universe. 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Getting in the boat and rowing forward. 3 of Coins, Moon. Yep. Collaborating with your emotions in a positive way, Leo. That's how you're going to get your wish fulfillment here on Earth and not leave your emotions so drained. You're going to find balance in that. And you're going to have this satisfaction energy here once you learn how to master your emotions. King of Cups. You could have water highly aspected. That's how you complete the energy. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is showing up in your shadow here in the current situation. So learning how to balance and master one's emotions is going to lead you to success here, Leo. I love you so much. Let's get you a mindful message, Leo. A mindful message for this Leo collective, like I said, that they need to hear right now. Water my dreams. All you desire is on the way to you now. But like a seed, your dreams must be too watered. Your belief and determination is what makes them grow. You will be patient throughout this journey. It is all unfolding at the perfect time. What did I tell you, Leo? Focusing on you and trusting the divine. That is what the message is for this Leo looking for new love. What is an angel number here for this Leo? An angel number that may resonate for this Leo? We have 1818, optimism. Successful manifestation of your abundance is near. Higher levels of optimism are needed as the new abundant beginnings are on the horizon. Brighter days always come after the darkest of nights. Affirmation: everything is in its perfect order as I enter into the next chapter of my journey and connect to the abundance that is near. 1818, the reminder is to trust, and it is so. Reminder to trust with 000 on the bottom. Guidance: you have the support of the divine, full support of the divine. The guidance that you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. This is the start of a new beginning, where one cycle ends and a new one begins. Affirmation: I trust in the magic of new beginnings. I feel the support and the guidance that is all around me. 0001818 for this Leo collective. I love you so much. Remember to trust the universe, Leo. I love you. Till next time. God bless. Bye-bye.